Hello everybody and welcome back to Survival Challenge. This is the multiplayer series with Chainsaw 100 and it is now a new day. So a few things have happened overnight. We've now got the pallet that's spawned for milk, that's for goat milk, but it doesn't mean that it's full. In fact, it's very, very empty. There's 11 litres in here, so we're going to have to just leave that there for quite some time before it does totally fill. I'm guessing it's 1,000 litres when it's full. I don't know. I've never actually done goat milk like this before. In fact, I've never even done goat milk before. So we'll just have to see. And the wall is now 158 litres full, which really isn't very much. Anyway, we're going to be continuing with the contracts today. Chainsaw 100 is about to start the wood transport for Noah over here. And in the meantime, I'm going to just get a worker going on field number 37, doing the cultivating. So we're going to accept that. We do have, I think it was, 31 hours? It was a decent amount of time anyway. So, yeah, let's just get over there. Where exactly are we currently? Okay, we're sort of en route. Yeah, so Giants did actually reduce the amount of money you get as a reward for doing wood transport missions, which is kind of unfortunate for us because that was a really good source of income in the previous episode. But, yeah. It's still not that difficult to do, so it's still quite easy money. Yes, it's not the nicest of days. It is snowing. It's not accumulating on the ground. It's just a bit cold and very wintry. But it's a good opportunity for me to explore the map. We're not just staying around the farm doing logging, although logging is a massive part of our success. If we don't do logging, we don't really make the money required to buy more machinery and to buy more land. I think I've gone the wrong way. This does not really feel like the right way to go. They probably don't appreciate me driving a tractor and cultivator through their grain pit. How did I even get here? I have no idea. Yeah, so we're just going to go right and then left at some point. No. Good. Oh yeah, you can't knock signs down in multiplayer. It's a good job because I would just obliterate all of them. It looks like we have to go up here. Nice little country lane, little farm track. And this is the field in question. So, what is it, or what was it? Was it sorghum? Cotton. Withered. Noah, you've not been looking after your cotton properly. So anyway, we can get a worker going on this. The reason why we need to use a worker is because I need to head off to do pickup truck driving. We need to drive that over to Chainsaw so that he can load that up, because I don't think 21 logs are going to fit on the trailer he has. It would be a massive help, but I think getting them all onto there is going to be a bit tricky. Also, where we're going to be loading logs is literally just over there. Just over the brow of the hill. Okay, that must have been set to do up and down first. Must be finishing with the headland, that's fair enough. At least the worker now works again in multiplayer. Great to see. And yeah, this should probably be reconfigured, because loading logs in the trailer like this is not so easy. We are going past the dealership, I think, so yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a detour. And anyway, Chainsaw is only there and he has his trailer to load first anyway, so it's not a problem. He's put his front loader in my trailer. Get out. Needs to be careful where he's putting his front loader. Right, okay. So here we are. I'm ready to set sail. There we go. And we'll be off. So I should probably not stand here because it will shudder quite a bit. Ooh, lots of snow. Yep, it's shuddering. But at least we're both here at the same time. We only have to do one crossing. And it is quite a long way that we're going overall from the farm. All the way up here. Yep, we have ventured from one side of the map to the other. It was actually only in the previous episode when I worked out there was a second ferry. And I didn't think we would actually be needing it because we're really situated in the south, but as it turns out, when it comes to doing contracts, you are absolutely everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. Right, let's go. Have to wait for it to release us. There we go. Floor it. I don't actually know which is the best way to go. I'm just going to go this way. It might be the slow way. Or is it a one-way? Who knows? Whoa. That's some exciting driving. And we arrive. Chainsaw is just pulling out of the ferry road. Yeah, quite a difference in speed there between the two vehicles. But yeah, it looks like well, it's a decent sized pile, but I don't think 21 will fit into his. It's going to be close. I think we will need this as overflow. So we'll just put it here. The Zeki tractor is getting on fine, although a bit muddy. But that's all part of cultivating. Okay, Chainsaw wants to load the pickup truck first. And then, yeah, whilst I'm doing my load, he can then do his, he can finish with his. The weight is here. It was on the front, so I think he's just dropped it off and he's put it on the back. Because he tried to pick up 3, and that was not happening. So anyway, I think we can leave it with him for now, whilst he loads, because I can save on worker fees by doing a bit more of the Iseki cultivating. We'll just watch this log go in. Some big logs, but yeah, this is the good heavy-duty trailer for logging, which seems to be tipping over bizarrely. Right, so when it gets to the end, I'll stop the worker and I will continue. I will be putting it onto GPS, don't worry, otherwise I'm never going to be keeping it in a straight line. But I think we can probably do a few minutes here, because workers do not work for nothing. Quite rightly. I think we'll just keep all that stuff the same. Looks to be alright. But that's a lot of lines because it's not a very wide machine. Crikey. Of course, the other benefit is I can actually do the cultivating from the end. I don't need to because we're going to do the headland anyway, but I can do. Right, okay. Let's see how much we can do in a few minutes. Okay, so we are ready to go. Got a bit of work done there. So we can now get down to this production building here, the paper factory. Okay, so we're going to need a map. I pretty much know the Hutan Pantai map without using a map now. I can memorize it, I can visualize it in my head. But this map, I have absolutely no idea. I know where our actual base is. I know how to get there. But everything else, no. Actually, no, I can get to the store. Oh, that's interesting. Come on, go. I think we're in the wrong gear there or something. I'm not too sure what happened. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a learning curve. Getting used to this map. The road network seems a bit more complicated too. Although, yep, I'm sure after however many episodes we end up doing, I will know this map perfectly. It's just down here, it's not that far away. So we've got a decent amount of logs on there. And for £11,500, I think really it's not too much work. The biggest thing is not flipping the trailer. I cannot flip it because we do not have super strength in multiplayer. If it was single player and I flip a trailer, I just upright it again with super strength. But nope, if it happens now, we're going to have to go and get the tractor to try and upright it, and that's just so slow, because that's not even a fast tractor. Okay, so I think this is the paper factory here, my first time visiting it. But where is the trigger? Must be this one here, I guess. I hope so. Yep, perfect. Okay, so that was 52%. Very good. So, yeah, the question is now, should we just wait for chainsaw? I think we probably should, because we don't actually know what we're going to do next. We might have another transportation mission, but it'd be nice to get that money in. Okay, this is not moving, so I'll just continue in here for a little bit. Right, so I think the reason why the work has stopped before is because I had cultivated some of the headland, and of course it wants to do that afterwards, so I've switched off work the headland, and hopefully this time it's not going to get confused and just stop. So yeah, we're going to follow Chainsaw because he is going to go to another job. We're just trying to boost the money, as you probably saw in our little chat there. We are trying to get the greenhouse. We do have a little Bowser, but the thing is that's really good for a small livestock pasture, but for filling up the big greenhouses and polytunnels, yeah, you need the bigger one, because they take quite a bit. So I'm just going to follow Chainsaw to wherever this next one is. Oh, it's the same location as the one I did in the previous episode. Yes, there's a lot to be said for doing those contracts, those transportation ones, because, yep, although we're not getting as much money now, it's still okay, and I think really it's the best way for us to move forward. But it has to be said, until we actually have our own farmland with our own crops growing, and we own a combine harvester and a seed drill, we are far from properly making money. I can't believe how difficult this is. I knew it was going to be difficult when we set up the series. I could tell that 25 was more difficult than 22, but this is kind of crazy. This is super hard. And here we are. So the cultivating contract has hit 2/3 of the way. There's a lot more logs here, 29 in total. I think the texture's been improved too. Yes, I can say with great confidence that it doesn't all fit in just that trailer. In fact, it doesn't even fit in both of them. I'll have to come back for load number 2. That's what we had to do last time. And I did stack in a fairly crazy way last time too. I don't think Chainsaw was stacking such a risky way than I did in the previous episode. So I'm just going to prepare myself to head off immediately, and then we can finish off the cultivating, and then we can collect. I think it is about £10,000. It is £10,040, of course, minus worker fees, and this one is 11,000. And we're going to be taking this to the carpentry, I believe it is. So straight down there and across there, nice and easy. And here we are back at the loading site. So I will just park probably here, as close as possible. It's probably close enough. And we'll get back into the Iazeki because that has now just moved on to wanting the headland done, which I will have to do myself. That's absolutely fine. That will save money anyway. So steering assist, okay for that. Get that set up, and we are off. Okay, so it's 20% of the field. What we have left to do. I'm hoping it's gonna, yeah, not make us do that little strip. I don't think it will, because there's always a leeway. With a bit of luck, it will let us off. But yeah, let's get it done, and hopefully collect £10,000 by the end of this time lapse. Well, I feel bad for not finishing it, but it doesn't want us to. We don't need to. So there we go. £10,000. Very handy. Now it looks like we're doing extremely well now with 40,000, but we're not. Sadly. I wish we were, but we're not. So let's get this set up. I think if we can create a job for this tractor, if we tell it to go to the farm, I wonder how well it'll be able to do that. I hope it works well. Go to, yeah, just get it to go to there. Really shouldn't be too tricky. Go. Go. Today? Okay. Tomorrow? What am I paying you for? Come on. Okay. Did I do that right? You're driving to the target, are you? Okay. Well, I'll set it off on a road then. You can even just go to remotely the right place. It doesn't even need to be the exact place. Just, please, just go somewhere in that direction. Let's try this again. So, create a job. Go to. I'll make you go to the road. Here. Couldn't be easier. Dead easy. You're even facing the right direction. Go. Oh, we've got movement. Fabulous. Let's hope it gets there without any issues, because we're paying for this. Okay, so Chainsaw has loaded these. Let's get them taken over to the destination. We're actually going to pass our tractor, hopefully. Or probably not. It's still a long way away. And in fact, maybe it's actually not even worth getting that tractor to come home. We might have another cultivating job for it. All the cultivating jobs seem to be in that area. So yeah, it can just keep moving around. And I might get it onto a different job in a second. Right, okay. It is going to stick to the main road, I think. But this is almost finishing this job. Yep, so that's going to be... I think it was another £11,000 contract. We've done quite a bit of work now, though. So if I can ever make it to this trigger... there we go. We're done. We are done. So, let's get into active. We'll collect it, £11,000. We now have 51,000. And whilst we're in this tractor, let's just see what other contracts we do have for cultivating. So there is a £9,000 one right here. Wow. Great timing. Can you believe it? Oh, how do you stop a worker? Stop. Stop. Cancel job. I can't believe it's actually at the right place. The coincidence. That's amazing. Blimey. Out of all the fields on the map, this is the highest paying, and it was right next to it at the time. Oh, before we do set it off on a worker actually, let me just make sure we are set up properly. We want to be doing headlands. There we go. And hopefully it can do this without too many issues. It does have 10 hours, so it really should be able to get it done. Now this was a withered carrot field. All the farmers around here seem to have withered their crops. They've not been paying attention. They're as bad as me. But yeah, that is cracking on. Let's get back to the farm with this and we'll catch up with Chainsaw. Now as you can see, the bank account balance has dropped to £15,000 because Chainsaw has purchased the polytunnel. This is the large polytunnel which we wanted to get. Ideally the greenhouse just because it looks better, but yeah, the polytunnel is much cheaper. And look at the grass field at this time of the year. It is looking a little bit unhealthy. Yeah, it looks like the grass and everything in this part of the world goes brown and dead looking, whereas in the UK the grass actually stays green in the wintertime. Must be the variety. So yeah, Chainsaw is just transferring water. We do ideally need the bigger Bowser, but it comes at a cost and it's not cheap. It's actually very expensive. So if that came up in the sale, it would be amazing. £25,000. Really, this is the next one up. This is one we would target one day. Hopefully this one. But no, if that came in the sale for maybe 12,000, that would be absolutely fantastic. I've just checked the sale, and there's nothing of interest for us. Well, there is something of interest, but nothing that we can actually afford. This is in the sale. But it's £110,000. Hello! At least we do have a water source nice and local. It's also quite steep. Yeah, we've got a local water source. Just drive straight through and fill up. It's very beautiful. Looks amazing. Very realistic. Yes, it is quite steep. Maybe the Ozeki tractor is better for that. But that is a full-time cultivating tractor at the moment. So let's have a look inside. Let's see what we've got. Let's open the door. Now, Chainsaw has set this up the way he wants it. And it looks like we have got lettuce. Yeah, lettuce is actually the most expensive, or the fastest producing that you can get from these. Also the cabbage and tomatoes. So we've got cabbage, lettuce and tomatoes. Not bad. Yeah, it seems to stutter, this server, in multiplayer. It did it on FS22 though. But only in first person view, and I don't understand that. It's always been the same. So there we go, that's where our money has gone to. Hopefully it pays off, but yeah, they're not the fastest ever, but when you do get a good load, you can make some money. And we do already have a trailer at least, and a pallet fork, so we can load up the products quite easily. Well, as I have nothing else to do at the moment, I might as well cut down a tree. It seems so destructive, but no, it's another good source of income for us, so we'll get this tree processed. We'll get it into the trailer. We do have the tractor and the grab here, so that'll be quite easy. But yeah, they're heavy. They are seriously heavy. And we do have our sawmill processing, so we are slowly but surely producing our planks, beams, and whatever else we have. I think it is just 2 lengths of plank, but short and long. Almost through. It's a big one. But they're worth quite a bit, so it's worth doing. Timber! And I even managed to clear the new polytunnel. Yeah, that's it. That's what you do. You put a new polytunnel up and then you immediately fell a tree next to it. Well, I was loading trees up, but I've managed to break the log fork. It no longer opens and closes, and there is a log, well, there was a log, stuck in it. So let's get over to the dealership, let's go and pick it up again. I've reset it, and maybe by the end of this episode we'll actually get the log in the trailer and sold. That would be nice. So what I'm hoping to do is take back the pallet fork and the log fork. So we put the pallet fork into the truck and then put the log fork on the tractor. It would have been better to put it in the other way, but not to worry. Should still fall into that. There we go. And somebody has misplaced their saplings. If somebody doesn't claim them, we could go and plant them. Although we'd need the machine to do it with, which would be extremely expensive. So that's probably not going to happen either. Okay, we are back at the farm. I've managed to grab one. Yep, so it just glitched for some reason. I think it's because I jammed it. Well, actually, I don't know what happened. When I was trying to cut the tree, the tractor just went berserk. But yeah, we need to move this trailer around. We need to put this into there. I have failed again, but oh no, just go in there. Yeah, that will work. Good, wonderful. So we're gonna have to take off the weight to move it around. But yeah, let's see how much we can actually get into the trailer. Okay, so we are pretty much there. That was painful though. That one's not going to go in. Yeah, so a little bit can just go to our own sawmill. Even this thing. Unless I can pick it up. That actually looks quite light. Nope, it's not quite light. So I did somehow manage to get that one into that trailer. It is looking a bit crazy. But no, it's in, kind of. And I can tow this to the sawmill. So I'm going to tow it to the sawmill. And at least we'll end with a bit of money. And here we are. So, I have absolutely no idea how much we're going to get for this. I would guess it's just a few thousand. I say just a few thousand. That's still quite good. I'll just say £3,000. Oh, nice. 4,941. That is always good. It's always good to end with a bit of income, because otherwise we start the next episode with nothing. And the worker has almost finished, so that'll be a bit more money for us. Come on, car. Goodness me. And Chainsaw is towing the other one. Hopefully it's all going to plan. Yep, he's en route. So I'll just park over here out of the way. Yeah, I think I probably chose the most difficult tree to try and load in such a tight area. But as you saw, the polytunnel has been sorted out. Chainsaw has filled up the polytunnel with water. Totally full. It took 40,000 litres. But he did change the water bowser for the next size up, so that's something at least. But it's not the best choice financially, but it's all we can really afford. So yeah, he had to go for that one. And here we go. The grand finale, the log which I never thought I would load into there, but I did, somehow. Well, I sort of dragged it in. It would have destroyed the trailer in real life. You can see most of the weight is overhanging the back, and that did not work. What did he do? Oh, he unstrapped it, I see. So when you strap it, it must reduce the weight of what you're towing to improve stability when driving, I guess. But £6,372, meaning we finished this episode on £14,355 plus the greenhouse and a new Bowser. Not bad. It's been quite a long recording session, but we've got a lot done. So we're going to leave it there. There's a link down below to Chainsaw 100's video. Please do check it out. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.